And I'm going to mute. Sorry, I've done the recording first. I should have done the mute first. Mute all, but obviously if you need to speak to me, please feel free to unmute. Okay, so we're standing on our mats, feet together. Just going to bring my camera up a fraction. That's it. So turning toes out, followed by heels, just looking down at your feet, make sure they're tracking straight and parallel to each other. Soft through the knees, hips facing forward, shoulders round and down and ears over the shoulders. Placing the hands on the hips, and we're just going to rock that pelvis forward, flattening through the lumbar spine and back and arching through the lumbar spine. So one more time, flattening through the lumbar spine and arching through the lumbar spine, finding the halfway point between the two, nice neutral spine position. Placing the hands on the rib cage, so working with that deep lateral breathing, so deep breath in through the nose, feel that rib cage expand, and out through the mouth. One more time, deep breath in through the nose, drawing the shoulders down the back, and out through the mouth again. So while we continue with the deep lateral breathing, I want you to imagine that belt around your waist, drawing the sides towards each other, belly button back towards the spine, and at the same time, feel those pelvic floor muscles like a lift coming up. 1, 2, 3. So tightness through the whole abdominal core region, but you can keep with that deep lateral breathing. So relaxing the arms down by your side. We're going to start with the arm float. So we're going to float those arms out to the side, reaching them up towards the ceiling, drawing those shoulders down the back. On the out breath, push the air away as you bring the arms back down. We're going to bring those arms straight out in front of you, locking those shoulders down the back. We're going to sweep them back slightly and round. Good. One more time. Bring those arms forward. Sweep them back and circling round. We're going to change direction. So taking the arms back, not too far, just feeling that slight stretch through the chest and push the air away. Good. One more time. Bring the arms back up to the ceiling, and then we're going to take the hands down and place them onto your shoulders, elbows out to the side, and we'll start with some forward shoulder circles. Good. Nice big circles, taking the shoulders through their full range of movement. One more time forward, and then we're going to reverse. So up to the ears, over the mountain, and down the other side. Really squeezing those shoulder blades together at the back. Good. We're going to do one more time. And bringing those shoulders back, elbows back up to shoulder height. We're going to push that left hip forward, and then we're going to turn to the left. So we're looking for the spine rotation here. And center back up. Try not to let that hip come with you. So push your right hip forward. And we're turning to look at the wall behind you. And center. Good. One more time to each side. Left hip forward. Turn to the left. And center. Good. Push the right hip forward. We're turning to the right. And center back up. Take both arms out in front of you, interlock your fingers, turn them inside out. Take the arms up to the ceiling. We're reaching the arms up towards the ceiling. Keep those knees soft. We're going over into a right side bend, reaching that left arm away from you. In breath to center, and then over to the left side bend. Good. One more time to each side and center. So just nice gentle stretching. Just feel the opening up of that side and center. Good. One more time. Over to the left, reaching that right arm away from you. Back to the center, both arms up to the ceiling. So unlocking the fingers, palms facing away from you. We're going to bring the hands down. As we bring the hands down, I want you to turn and look over your right shoulder. In breath, float back up to the ceiling again. On the out breath, we're going to bring the hands down and turn and look over the left shoulder. One more time to each side. In breath, arms to the ceiling. On the out breath, bring the hands down, turn to look over the right shoulder. In breath to the ceiling. And on the out breath, push the hands away, squeeze those shoulder blades together at the back as you look over the left shoulder. We're going to interlock the hands behind you now. Turn them inside out. Squeeze those shoulder blades. Try and get those shoulder blades to touch behind you, and then lift the hands up away from the glutes. So you're getting the opening through the chest. Try not to let those shoulders roll forward. Keep the ears over your shoulders. Good, and then we're going to relax the hands on the glutes. Keep them behind you, dropping left ear to left shoulder. Feeling that stretch down the right side of the neck. Keep that right shoulder down your back. And then we're going to go chin to chest. Gently letting that chin rub along the chest. Again, not tipping forward. Ending up with right ear over right shoulder. Keeping that left shoulder down. One more time. Chin to chest. Rubbing the chin along the chest. Ending up with left ear over left shoulder. And we're going to relax the hands, give those shoulders a bit of a roll back and forward, and then relaxing the arms down by your side. Good. So into the roll down. So deep breath in, scooping the belly button to spine, keeping those knees soft. On the out breath, we're going to drop chin to chest, and then we're slowly peeling the vertebra off the imaginary wall behind you. Arms hanging, head hanging. Just let the crown of the head weight you down toward your toes, feeling the articulation through that vertebra. Try not to let it all come down in one straight line. Just let the arms hang, head hang, draw the shoulders down the back. We're scooping belly button to spine, keeping the knees soft, and we're rounding back up, stacking that spine, one vertebra at a time. Come up to standing and roll those shoulders back. Good, one more time. Deep breath in, scoop the belly button to spine. On the out breath, chin to chest, and we're peeling that vertebra off the wall behind you. Head hanging, arms hanging. Slowly articulating down, all the way down to your toes. This time we're either going to hook the fingers under the toes or place the palms flat onto the floor. Let the head hang down, draw the shoulders down the back. We're going to straighten through the left knee for 4, 3, 2, 1, and soften. Straighten through the right knee for 4, 3, 2, 1, and soften. Straighten through both knees, head hanging, drawing those shoulders down your back. Breathing through that stretch. Then we're going to soften the knees, scoop the belly button to spine. We're rounding back up, stacking that spine. Come up to standing and roll those shoulders back. Good. So a slightly new one now. We're working the fronts of the thighs here. If you find this one difficult, just do it with a straight leg and heel lift. So we're going to squat slightly, bending those knees. Bring the arms straight out in front of you, shoulders down the back. I'm just going to bring my camera down, sorry. You can see my feet. And we're going to start to lift the left heel up off the mat and then change to the right. But at all times, those knees are staying soft. So lifting left and right, good. And if you want to work a little harder, come a little lower with that squat, good. So for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Try and keep the body still. 4, 3, 2, last one. Stand back up. We're going to sweep the arms up to the ceiling. We're going to do one more roll down. If you can, we'll do it with straight legs, scooping the belly button to spine. We're rounding down. Let the crown of the head come down to the floor. Keep the legs straight if you can. Just let the head hang, arms hang. And then we're going to soften through the knees. And we're going to come down to your mat, up onto our knees here. Good. So in a kneeling position, just making sure the heel is in line with that knee behind you. Scooping the belly button to spine on the in-breath. On the out-breath, we're going to roll down to the floor. So we did this last term, so crown of the head comes down. Place the hands on the floor. We're going to slide those hands away from you, taking the chest down to the floor. From that position, keeping the head to the floor, we're just going to drop the weight back slightly towards our heels. So we're really opening up through the lower back. Stick the hands to the mat. We're going to feed the shoulders, crown of the head, over the wrist, all the way forward and into that back extension. Take the eyes to the ceiling, draw the shoulders down the back. Good. Take the weight back again, head to the floor, slightly dropping the weight back towards your heels, then scooping the belly button to spine. We're rounding up, imagine that ball inflating underneath you, rounding up, coming back into the kneeling position. Bring the arms up to the ceiling, and then we're going to very slightly take the eyes to the ceiling, so back into that back extension again. Scoop the belly button to spine. We're rounding down again, crown of the head to the floor. Slide the hands away from you, taking the head to the floor. Drop the weight back towards your heels. We're just opening up all through that lower back. Stick the hands to the mat. We're feeding the crown of the head and then the shoulders over the wrists, all the way forward into that back extension, eyes to the ceiling. And then take the weight back, head down to the floor, stretching out through the back. And then we're scooping belly button to spine, rounding back up. Stacking that spine, finishing with the arms up to the ceiling there. Brilliant. Okay, so we're coming back onto all fours again. Wrists are underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. We're going to slide that left leg back, tuck that left toe underneath you, push back through the hands, take the heel to the floor. And feel that stretch through the calf. If you want to increase that stretch, bring that toe underneath you a little bit more. Good, and we're holding that for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we're sliding that left knee back in. Good, we're sliding the right leg back. Drop the right hip down. Push back through the hands, heel to the floor. And we're holding that for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and sliding that right knee back in. Good, into the hip drop. So we're taking both hips to the right. Look over the left shoulder at your heels. In breath to center, back up. So we're opening up the hips here, both hips to the left. Look over the right shoulder. We're just loosening off all the pelvis, any tight ligaments there. We're going to do one more time to each side. Hips to the right, looking over the left shoulder at your heels. In breath to center. Last time, dropping the hips to the left. Look over the right shoulder at your feet. We're centering back up. We're going to take those knees nice and wide, right to the edges of the mat now. Again, just make sure the heels are in line with your spine. Heels are in line with your knee even, And then we're going to take the weight back, walk the hands forward to the floor. And again, just dropping the weight back towards the mat. And you should feel a lovely stretch through those hip joints. Again, this is a lovely stretch to open up through those hips. Good, breathing through that. Good, and then we're going to scoop belly button to spine. We'll come back to sitting on your heels, rounding back up, coming to a sitting position now. So the choice is yours. If you can sit cross-legged, fine. If that's not comfortable for you, just have both legs straight out in front of you. Might be the time when you want to pop yourself up onto a block if you're feeling a bit stuck through that lower back there. Okay, so from there, we're going to place the right hand onto the floor. We're going to bend the elbow and come over into a side bend, so bringing the left hand over the top. Then place that left hand behind your head, so the elbow's pointing up towards the ceiling. So we're going to rotate, we're going to take the chest and eyes to the ceiling, and then we're going to bring the elbow either down towards the right knee, or if your legs are straight, towards the right side of the mat, all the way down to that rotation. So in breath, elbow to the ceiling, follow the elbow with the eyes. Out breath, rotation, bringing the knee to the right side. Good, 2 more times. In breath, looking to the ceiling. Out breath, into the rotation. Good, last time here. In breath, chest to the ceiling. On the out breath, into that rotation. And then we're going to reach the left arm over the head and coming back to the center again. Good. So sliding that left hand away slightly, bend the elbow, bring the right arm straight over the head into the side bend, and then place the hand behind the head, elbow to the ceiling. We're going to take the chest to the ceiling and then bring that right elbow down towards the right knee or the right side. And in breath, chest to the ceiling. On the out breath, bring that elbow to the right, left side even, oh my goodness. In breath, chest to the ceiling. On the out breath, reach that elbow down for the rotation. Last one, in breath to the ceiling. Out breath, take the chest down to that left side. And then we're going to reach that right arm back over your head into the side bend and come back up to sitting. Good. So lengthening that left leg away. Now the right sole of the foot is sitting snugly into that inner thigh there. Both hands onto that left thigh. Hinging, remember we're always looking for length rather than scrunching down. So hinging forward from the hips, we're sliding the hands down towards your feet, grabbing hold of either your feet or ankles, calves, whatever you can get hold of. And we're going to drop the chest down over the knee there. Good. And we're just breathing. We're going to hold this for 3 breaths. On each out breath, I want you to see if you can just drop a little bit lower into that stretch. Good. So deep breath in as you breathe out, lowering a little bit more. Last one, deep breath in as we breathe out. See if you can drop a little lower. Good, we're rounding back up and stacking. Now, if you can, we're going to bring that left leg in slightly and place the right foot onto that left thigh there. If that's not going to happen, just stay where you were on the inner thigh. And again, we're going to slide the hands down towards your feet. So now you're going to feel it quite strongly through that right hip. Don't overdo it. It should just feel like a good stretch. And again, for 3 breaths in and out. Deep breath in as you breathe out. See if you can relax a little bit more. Last one here, deep breath in. As you breathe out, dropping a little bit lower. We're going to round back up and stack. Now, if you can, we're going to take that right leg behind you. But if you have hip issues, that might not be a comfortable position for you, in which case leave that into the inner thigh there. And then we're going to slide the hands down the legs again. So we're just getting a bit more of a stretch now through that right hip. Drop the chest over the knee. Nice deep breath in and out. Good, and we're rounding back up and stacking. We're going to change legs, so we're bringing the right leg out into the V, place the left foot into that inner thigh. Good. Crown of the head up to the ceiling, both hands on the right thigh, and we're sliding down towards that right leg, grabbing hold of the ankles. You can have the foot in flexion here slightly as well. That just helps to increase the stretch. 3 breaths on each out breath. Drop that chest a little lower. Deep breath in, and as you breathe out, dropping lower, keeping the shoulders down your back. Last time, deep breath in. As you breathe out, dropping a little bit lower. Good, we're rounding back up and stacking. We're going to bring that right leg in fractionally and place that left foot onto the front of the thigh. Again, if that's not comfy, just leave it where it was. Slide both hands down that leg again. Again, this can be quite strong through that left hip here. And again, 3 breaths. Deep breath in and out. Obviously, if you slide the foot down towards the knee a little bit, that can be maybe a little bit more comfortable for you. Second breath and out. Good. Last time, deep breath in and dropping a little bit lower. Good, and we're rounding back up and stacking. So if you can, we're going to take that left leg now, placing it behind you. Maybe open that V out a little bit more with the right leg. And then we're sliding both hands down towards the feet. Maybe keep the feet in flexion, chest over the knee. And we're holding it for a nice deep breath in, drawing the shoulders down the back and out. Good. And rounding back up and stacking. So we're going to have both legs out in the V now, quite wide. You want to be feeling a slight stretch through the inner thigh. Crown of the head up to the ceiling, and we're taking the arms to the side, palms facing forward. So we're going to turn to the left, so the back hand is down. We're going to hinge forward, taking the little finger to the outside of the little toe, and we're going to pulse forward for 3, 2, 1. Stack that spine and center. Good, keeping the shoulders down the back, crown of the head to the ceiling. We're turning to the right, back hand down, little finger to the outside of the toe, and we're pulsing for 3, 2, 1. Stacking and center. Good. One more time to each side. So turning to the left, back hand down. This time we're going to look at the back hand and we're pulsing for 3, 2, 1. Coming back up and centering. Good. Last time, back hand down. Look at the back hand. We're hinging forward and pulsing for 3, 2, 1. We're coming back up and stacking that spine. Brilliant. Relax the arms down by your side. We're going to come to side lying. So onto our right side. Elbow underneath the shoulder there. Lifting that waist up away from the mat so we're not in the nice comfy armchair. Our knees and feet are stacked. Good. So down onto the elbow, making sure the elbow's underneath the shoulder, top arm up to the ceiling. So on the in-breath, we're going to open the arm back, follow the hand with the head. On the out-breath, we're bringing the arm round, palm down, feeding through the gap, follow the hand with the head, and we're creeping those fingers away. Good. In breath, arm to the ceiling. Push that top hip forward. Open that arm back. Follow the hand with the head. On the out breath, bring the arm round. Palm down. feed through the gap, and again, creeping those fingers away from you. Good. Take that top arm back up to the ceiling and relax it down onto your thigh. We're going to drop a little lower now. I don't mind if you want to just relax your head onto your hand, or you can just drop your, have your arm straight underneath your head and just have your ear on the arm there. So it's up to you. What I do want you to think about though is lifting that waist up away from the mat, okay? So if your head is down on your arm, that's slightly easier to do, to really lift that waist up. We're stacking those hips and they're staying stacked. They're not dropping back or forward. The feet are staying glued together. We're squeezing that left glute. Keeping the feet together, we're going to take the knee up towards the ceiling and lower back down. Good. On the out breath, squeeze that left glute, knee to the ceiling and lower. Again, watching that hip isn't dropping open. We're going to take the knee and ankle now up towards the ceiling. Squeeze that left glute. Check with your thumb that that's firing up. And lower, and again, squeezing those glutes, knee and ankle up towards the ceiling and lower back down. Good. We're taking the knee and ankle up towards the ceiling. We're holding it there. We're going to take the knee to the ceiling now, foot towards the floor, and then center back up. Good. Knee to the ceiling, foot to the floor, and center. Good. One more time, knee to the ceiling, foot to the floor, and center back up. Now we're going to drop the knee to the floor in front of you. Imagine you're drawing an arc with the knee all the way up and over, and then tap the toe behind you. Again, try not to rock on this hip. The hips stay stacked. We're drawing the arc up and over, tap the knee to the floor, up, drawing that arc as we tap that toe behind you. Don't fall back. We're keeping that knee bent. Good. 2 more times. Over the arc. Tap in front. Up over the arc. And tap behind. Good. 1 more set. Up over the arc. And tap in front. Good. Last one. Up over the arc. And tap that toe behind. We're going to lengthen that leg away now, pointing through the toe, lifting that waist up away from the mat, pointing the toe. We're taking the leg up towards the ceiling. Flex the foot, lengthen that top hip away as you lower it back down. Point to come up, flex, lengthen, and lower back down. Good. 3 more. Point to come up. Flex, lengthen that top hip away as you lower. For 2, point to come up, flex, lengthen, and lower. Good. Last one here, point to come up, flex, lengthen, and lower back down. So we're going to lengthen both legs away now. Place that top hand down on the floor in front of you to support you. We're going to keep the flexion through the feet. We're going to lift that top leg up to hip height. Think of that waist staying lifted away from the floor as we bring the bottom leg up to meet the top leg and lower the bottom leg back down again. Good. So on the out breath, we're going to take that bottom leg up to meet the top and lower. So keep going while I'm talking. If you feel it's very uncomfortable on your hip, play with the position. You might want to roll back slightly or forward slightly to get, if that hip joint is feeling like it's been squashed into the mat there. Good. From there now, we're going to close both legs up on the floor and we're going to do double leg lifts. So lifting the waist up away from the mat. We're taking both legs up. We're holding it here and we're pulsing them for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower back down again. Keep that waist lifted. We're going to do one more time. Take both legs up and we're pulsing for 6, 5, keep that waist lifted. 3, 2, 1, and lower back down. So we're going to bend that top knee, take it up to hip height. The bottom foot, the toe is towards the mat, the heel is towards the ceiling. We're going to bring that bottom leg up to touch the top and lower back down. Good. Take that bottom leg up to touch the knee and lower. 2 more times. Take the toe up to the knee and lower. Last one here. Take the toe up towards the knee and lower. We're lowering both legs down. Bend those knees. Maybe give that thigh a bit of a tap. Good workout, everyone. And we're going to come on to our left side now. Starting on our elbows. So up on your elbow, elbow underneath the shoulder, dropping that left shoulder down away from the ears. We're going to reach that right arm up towards the ceiling, pushing that right hip forward. We're going to open the arm back, follow the hand with the head. On the out breath, we're bringing the arm round, palm down, feet through the gap and creeping those fingers away. Good. One more time. In breath, arm to the ceiling. Push that top hip forward. Follow the hand with the head. Feeling that rotation on the out breath. We're bringing the arm round, palm down. Feed it through the gap and creeping those fingers away. Good, top arm up to the ceiling. We're going to relax it on your thigh. We're going to come down to lying either on your arm or again, you can just have that hand underneath your head, but make sure that waist is lifted up away from the mat. Squeezing those glutes, so you've got your hand on your hip here, so you can just check with that thumb, making sure those glutes are feeling like they're squeezing. Keep the feet together and we're going to take that knee up towards the ceiling and lower, but make sure those hips stay stacked. Squeezing the glutes, knee up to the ceiling and lower. Good. Next one, we're going to take the knee and ankle up towards the ceiling and lower. Knee and ankle up towards the ceiling and lower back down. We're taking the knee and ankle up towards the ceiling, holding it there, squeezing the glutes, hips stacked. We're going to take the knee to the ceiling and center back up again. Knee to the ceiling and center. Good. One more time. Knee to the ceiling and center. We're going to drop the knee down in front of you. Draw that arc up, over, round, and drop the toe down behind you. Good. Drawing that arc up and over, knee down in front. If you're getting cramp, have the foot in flexion. Draw the arc up and over and drop the toe behind. Good. 2 more times. Up and over, knee in front, up and over, toe behind. Good. Last one. Up and over, knee in front. Try and keep those hips stacked on top of each other. We're not rocking back and forth. Drop that leg behind. We're going to lengthen that leg away from you, pointing through the toe. Keep that waist lifted up. We're taking the leg up to the ceiling. Flex. Push that top hip away and lower. Good. Pointing through the toe. Take the leg up. Flex. Lengthening and lower. 3 more. Point to come up. Flex. Lengthen and lower. Good. 2 more. Point to come up. Flex. Lengthen and lower. Last one now. Pointing to come up. Flex. Lengthen and lower back down. Good. We're taking that leg in. Oh, sorry. We're going to lengthen both legs away from you now. Drop the top hand down onto the floor in front of you, but thinking about keeping the shoulders relaxed and down the back. Lifting the waist up off the floor. We're going to take that right leg up to hip height, and then we're going to bring the bottom leg up to meet it and lower the bottom leg. So we're holding that top leg up. We're bringing the bottom leg up to meet the top leg and lower. Again, if you're feeling that hip driving into the floor, either take yourselves forward or back. Try and keep thinking of lifting the waist up away from the mat. We're going to lower both legs together and then we're going to lift. So keeping the feet in flexion, we're taking both legs up and lower. Think about lifting that waist, both legs up and lower. Keep those shoulders down your back, both legs up. We're going to hold them up. We're pulsing for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower. Good. Last one here. Both legs up. We're pulsing for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower back down. We're going to bend that top knee, taking it up to hip height. Flexion through the bottom leg. We're going to bring the bottom leg up to touch the knee and lower. Good. Up to touch the knee and lower. Good. 2 more. Up to touch the knee and lower. Last one here. Up to touch the knee and lower. We're going to bend those knees now and just give that hip a bit of a rub. Good job, everyone. And when you're ready now, we're going to come onto all fours again. Just going to slightly change the angle of my mat. Let's just sit back in a child pose for a minute. Have a little breather, head down. We're going to be doing some work. Obviously, wrists are going to be involved here. So if you need at any point to just come down onto your forearms, then do so. So when you've had a bit of a breather, we're coming back up onto all fours. Knees are hip width apart. Remember scooping that belly button to spine, so we're not just letting everything hang out. Nice and broad through the shoulders, and we're going into the leg and arm raise. So when you're ready, we're going to slide the left hand forward, right leg back. Check the shoulders down, the hip is down, and then when you're ready, we're reaching forward and back and lower back down. We're staying with the same arm and leg, so we're reaching forward and back and lower. Good. Now, at any point, because we're going to keep progressing this today, if at any point you feel really wobbly, you're just wobbling all over the place, just work with the legs. So we're going to come up again, and then we're going to bend the knee. We're going to reach the left hand back to touch the ankle of that bent knee and straighten it away. Good. So bend the knee, reach that left hand to touch the right ankle and straighten. Good. Again, if you need to come onto your forearms, do so. We're going to reach back, touch the ankle and lengthen. And now we're going to pulse the leg and arm down and up for 8. So relax and lift for 7 and lift, 6 and lift, 5 and 4, 3 and 2. Last one, lift. Slide that right knee in, left hand down, sit back on your heels, head down to the mat, and just stretch off. Everyone okay? Yeah? Good, okay. All right, so when you're ready, we're going to come back onto all fours again. Good, so we're sliding the left leg back now, right arm forward, drop the left hip down, and when you're ready, we're reaching the leg and arm forward and back. Good, and lower, reaching. Remember length here, we're not looking for height, for length, and lower. Good, we're reaching the leg and arm forward and back. Bend that knee. We're now going to touch the right hand to the left ankle and straighten. Doesn't matter if you touch the ankle or not, we're just reaching it back. It's all about the core holding you nice and strong. It's more about the core than about reaching that ankle and forward and back. We're going to pulse it here now. So we're lowering the leg and arm and lifting back up. Good. Lower and lift. 3 more. Lower and lift. Good. 2 more. Lower and lift. Last one. Lower, lift, back up. Bring that knee back in, hands down. Sit back on your heels and just stretch out through the back. You can even rock a little bit from side to side. Loosen off that back. Good. And then we're coming back onto all fours. So if you want to watch me for this, because this is a new sequence now, we've not done this one before. So we're going to lengthen the left leg back, or actually we'll start with the right leg. So I'll spin round. We'll start because we just worked that left leg. We're going to reach the right leg back, we're going to lift it up, and then we're going to take the chest down towards the floor over the arms, lift it back up, tuck that right toe underneath you, and then we're going to lift the left knee off the mat, bringing to the chest and lower. And once we've done it a couple of times, we're then going to pulse that knee forward, but we'll get to that one. Everyone okay? We'll go slowly. I'll talk you through it. So onto all fours again, just checking again, the wrists are underneath the shoulders, scooping the belly button to spine, so we're not letting that back arch. We're sliding the right leg back, drop the right hip down, and then we're lengthening the leg away from you. We're going to take the nose down towards the floor, so over your hands. So we're obviously working our triceps here. Push back up, lower the foot and tuck that right toe underneath you. We're going to lift that left knee up off the floor now, bring it forward to your chest, lower the left knee back down to the floor again. Excellent. Pointing through the right toe, bring it up, lower the head to the floor, so working those tricep muscles, push back up, lower the right toe down, tuck it underneath, lift that left knee up to your chest. Good. Last one now before we pulse, so point through the right toe, lengthen it back, drop the nose to the floor in front of your hands, push back up, toe to the floor, tuck it underneath, lift up, chest towards, knee towards your chest, and we're going to pulse it here for 3, 2, 1. Take that left foot back to meet the right leg now. So you're up in the down dog. Push the heels towards the floor, head to the knees. Good. And we'll lower back down and drop back into your child pose there. Good. You're good? Working. Yeah, that's the only thing with, obviously, is the wrist. So just do, and if you need to come, you know, you can do it on the forearms, so that's fine. If you need to come onto the forearms, that's not a problem. Okay, so back onto all fours. So we're going to slide the left leg back. Do correct me if I'm wrong here with the legs here. So we're reaching that left leg back to touch the wall behind you. Take the nose down over the hands, pushing back up, tuck that left toe underneath. You're going to bring the right knee to the chest. Good. Lower the right knee to the floor. Lift that left leg back up. And we're going to take the weight forward. So nose to the floor and back up again. Good. Tuck that toe underneath you and chest to knee. Brilliant. Lower the right knee back down. This is the last one, and then we're going to pulse. Take that left leg up, nose to the floor in front. Lift back up, Tuck that toe underneath you. Lift the right knee up. I'm going to pulse that right knee forward for 4, 3, 2, 1. Take the right leg back to the left. Push back into the down dog, heels towards the floor. Stretching out through the back. Good. We're going to come down onto the knees now. Big toes together. Open those knees nice and wide to the edges of the mat. Walk the hands forward and we're just stretching out through the back. And maybe just while you're doing this, just circle those hands a bit to just loosen off those wrists. Good, we're going to walk round to the right. Reach that left arm away from you. Keep the left seat bone down towards the heel. And then we're going to walk round to the left, reaching that right arm away from you. Good. And then we're coming back to the center again. Scoop the belly button to spine. We're rounding back up, stacking the spine. We're going to bring those legs out in front of you now. So coming towards the fronts of your mats there. The knees are bent. Crown of the head up to the ceiling. We're going to place the hands behind you now, straightening through the arms, and you want your hands facing the glutes. So you're sort of inverting those hands a little bit now. Keep the crown of the head up to the ceiling. So again, we're working the biceps, triceps here. So we're going to slightly C-curve the back as we lean back, bending those elbows, and then we're pushing ourselves back up again. Good. So C-curve, leaning back, bend those elbows and push back up. You want to work a bit harder, take the hands a little bit further away from you. Good. So C-curve, bend those elbows and reach the crown of the head back up to the ceiling. Last one here. So C-curving the back, bend those elbows, try and keep those shoulders down. And push back up. So bringing those arms out in front of you now, shoulders down the back, and we're working with our C-curve, so with these core muscles now. So we're scooping belly button to spine, we're rounding back. Check that belly button is pulled in. As you round back up, stack the spine, arms to the ceiling. Good. So 2 more times. Scoop the belly button to spine. Bring those arms out in front. We're going to sweep the left arm out to the side. Follow the hand with the head. And center. Sweep the right arm out to the side. And center. And round. And stack. Arms to the ceiling. Good. Really try and lift that crown of the head to the ceiling. Arms straight out in front of you. We're C-curving that spine. We're going to start with the right arm this time. Right arm floating. Follow the hand with the head. And center. Left arm floating. And center. Round back up and stack. Arms to the ceiling, lengthen both legs away from you, flexion through the feet. We're hinging forward now. Reach the hands over those toes. Drop the head down between the knees. Nice deep breath in and out. Good, we're stacking that spine again. We're going to roll all the way down to the mat. So obviously if you need to grab hold of your thighs, do so. So scooping the belly button to spine. We're rounding back, coming down lumbar, thoracic. Take the head down, reach the arms over the top of you. Good, we're going to just relax here for a minute. We're going to reach the left arm back to touch the wall behind you. At the same time, we're going to lengthen that left heel away. So try and touch the wall in front and relax. Good. We're reaching the right arm back, right heel away. and relax. One more time. Left arm, left leg lengthening away, and relax. And then right arm, right leg lengthening away, and relax. See if that lumbar spine will melt down into the mat a little bit more there. And we're going to bring the arms now down by your side. Bend your knees. Knees and feet are hip width apart. Good. Relaxing the arms down by your side. Shoulders are slid down your back. We're just going to work with our neutral spine positioning here. So on the in-breath, we're going to roll that pelvis forward. So we're arching that lumbar spine off the mat, chin towards the ceiling. On the out-breath, we're going to flatten through that lumbar spine and slide the chin towards the chest. Good. One more time. We're going to roll the pelvis forward on the in-breath, chin towards the ceiling. On the out-breath, flattening through the lumbar spine, chin towards the chest. From there, we're going to engage belly button to spine on the in-breath. On the out-breath, we're going to peel that pelvis up off the mat. So we're coming up into the shoulder bridge position, peeling the vertebra one at a time. As we come up into the shoulder bridge, pushing forward through the fronts of the thighs, squeezing those glutes, hips are lifted as high as possible, keep the rib cage down. And we're coming back down, so really feel each vertebra coming to the mat before you allow the other one down, keeping that pelvis curled up until the end. Good. Deep breath in. As you breathe out, we're curling the pelvis up off the mat, peeling the vertebrae, squeeze those glutes. As we come up into the shoulder bridge position, hips lifted, rib cage down. Check there's no tension through the neck and shoulders. We're going to work with our glute squeezes here. So we're going to drop those hips 3 centimeters and squeeze and lift back up. Remember, it's your glutes you're firing here. You want to feel those glutes firing to lift you. For 8, and lift. 7, remember, it's just the hips. The rib cage stays centered. For 5, and lift. 4, and lift. 3, and lift. 2, and squeeze and lift. Last one, squeeze and lift back up. We're going to come back down 1 vertebra at a time, keeping that pelvis curled up until the end. Good. So making sure that lumbar spine now is staying imprinted into the mat. You're engaging those core muscles. We're going to float left and then the right leg, keeping that back down up into the tabletop position. And right and left arm up towards the ceiling. So we're going to toe tap here. We're going to lower opposite arm, opposite leg. Again, the focus is on that lumbar spine staying down. So we're going to, heel tap. We're going to lower left heel. Right arm comes up above the head. You can bring that left arm down as well if you want. And center and change. So right leg, left arm and center. Good. So we're going for 8. Breathing out to lower. In breath to center. For 7, lock that back down. There shouldn't be any space between your lower back and the mat. So you've got to squeeze all the air out there. For 6, and 6. Good. For 5, if you want to make it a bit harder, take that leg a bit longer. But again, make sure that back stays locked down. 4, and 4. Good. 3 more to each side. For 3, engage that belly button to spine. For 2, and 2. Good. Last ones here. And 1. Good. Hug those knees in. Rock from side to side and loosen that back off. Brilliant. Okay, so from there, we're going to take the right leg to the floor, keeping that knee bent. And we'll keep that left leg up into tabletop, locking the back down. We're going to straighten that left leg up to the ceiling and then bend the knee back to tabletop again. Good. Straighten the leg up to the ceiling and bend. Good. Last time, straighten the leg up to the ceiling. We're going to catch hold of the calf if you can. I'm going to start with those ankle joint circles. So nice and slow. We're doing 5 circles in the one direction, thinking about stretching out all those ligaments and tendons, and then we're changing direction for 4 and 3, 2, and last one here. Good. We're going to hug that left knee up to your chest, lengthen that right leg away. Again, while we're doing this work here now on this left leg, don't forget about that lower back. So we're going to relax that stretch off. So take the leg back to tabletop and then draw that knee back into your chest again. Good. Relax the knee off and draw that left knee back into your chest. Good. One more time. Relax the leg off and draw that left knee back to your chest. We're going to take hold of the knee with your left hand. Right arm opens out to the side, and we're going to draw that left knee open now, so out to the left side, and then we're drawing again the knee to the chest, but keeping it out to the side, so we're not bringing it back to the center. We're drawing it up towards your armpit and relax. Good. So drawing towards your armpit. If I come this way, maybe it might be a little bit easier for you to see. So drawing towards your armpit and relax. Good. One more time. Draw that knee towards the left armpit and relax. We're going to change hands now. So we're going to have the right hand over the knee. The left arm comes out to the side, and we're going to draw that right knee over all the way. If you can get that right knee down onto the floor, great, all the way over. Drawing it up towards the right shoulder though at the same time. Good. And just breathing through that stretch. Good. So we're centering back up again. We're going to straighten that left leg up to the ceiling now. We're going to open that left leg out to the side while you're trying to point the toe towards the floor. Good. And opening up through that inner thigh. Bring it back to the center. Hug that left knee into your chest. Good, so we're going to change legs now. So we're going to take the left knee to the floor, slide that right knee up to your chest. We're going to lengthen that left leg away. So we're just going to work with drawing the knee up to your chest and then relax it a little bit. Draw the knee up to the chest and relax. Good, one more time. Draw the knee up to the chest. And relax. We're going to straighten that right leg up to the ceiling and bend. Straighten it up to the ceiling and bend. Good. One more time. Straighten up to the ceiling. Catch hold of that ankle. And we're going to start with the ankle. Sorry, take hold of the calf. I'm going to start with those ankle circles. Nice and slow, stretching out all those ligaments and tendons in the ankle joint. We're changing direction. Good. For 3, 2, and 1. And then we're pointing through the toe and flexing the heel to the ceiling. Point through the toe and flex. Good. Last one. Point through the toe and flex. Brilliant. We're going to bend that knee now. Take hold of that knee with your right hand. Left hand comes out to the side. We're opening the right knee out to the side here, and then we're going to draw that knee up towards your right armpit and relax. Good. Draw the knee up towards the right armpit. So we're keeping that knee open, and then we're just bringing it, or even if you think of bringing it up towards your head, but keeping it out to the side. Last one here, draw up towards your right armpit and relax. We're centering the knee back up. We're going to take the left hand onto the knee now. Turn the toe towards the midline, so towards your left leg, and then we're going to bring that leg over, bringing the knee over to that left side, right arm out to the side, just feeling that stretch, hopefully through that IT band, through the glutes here. Good, and we're centering back up, straighten that right leg up to the ceiling, turn the toe to the outside, and then we're going to open that right leg out to the side. Good, just feeling that stretch through that inner thigh there. Good, really trying to turn that toe to the outside. That just really helps to engage those adductor muscles. Good, and then we're going to center back up, hug that right knee into your chest. Good, okay, so we're going to bend both knees now, both feet on the floor. Very gently, we're going to turn onto our side. We're going to come up onto all fours. Tucking your toes underneath you, we're going to push up into down dog, feet hip width apart, take the head through to your knees, shoulders down your back, breathing through that stretch. One more time, deep breath in and out, and then we're going to soften through the knees, walk the hands back towards your feet. We're rounding back up, stacking that spine, coming up to standing. Good job, everyone.